boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this. I probably shouldn't have put only the NBA logo because it kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Only reason why I'm saying that is because this doesn't just refer to the NBA, it's refer to sports in general, right? What I'm referring to is, and like I say, random. This is random. But I want to refer to a term that gets thrown around. A bus, right? What is a bus? What is a bus? Pause if needed, because I don't know. Y'all minds are crazy on this internet. But anyway, when you say a player was a bus, right? What do you mean? What is your term? What is your take on it? Okay, because we know everybody has an opinion. I'm just about to give you mine. Let's go. I feel like when you call a player a bus, I feel like it's one that just was hyped or overhyped, right? If they were hyped or overhyped and didn't live up to the potential. And let's also throw this out there real quick before I say what I gotta say. How much of a bus were they? Like, do we still acknowledge the fact that they still made it to the highest level? You know what I'm saying? They still made it to the highest level. Now let's still dig into this. Like I said, if you were like highly talked about, highly scouted, top pick, and you actually played, right? Now let's say like you got drafted high and now you're just out of the league. Because also I feel like even if you were high drafted, right? If you still had a longevity in your career, I feel like are you still a bust? Like, let's say if somebody was number 3, number 4, number 5 pick, right? I really don't want to go number 1 or 2 because I feel like that's like stretching it right there. Like if you were that high, yes, there's a lot of expectations, and it's like you're hit or miss when you go that pick. But let's just go like the other 3, 4, 5 because I still want to stay like high in the range, right? If you're still around 15, 16 years later and you were consistently around and you're a solid player, right? Solid and legit getting minutes. Even if you are coming off the bench, but let's say you're a high rotation player. So like, let's say you about 7th man off the bench, 7th or 8th man off the bench. Even like, of course, 6 is the highest, but I'm just saying, like, let's just say you're 7th or 8th. Are you really a bust? I get it. You might not live up to your potential, but are you really a bust? Because you still stuck around, you still was solid, you still showed you can play in that league. Are you really a bust? And like I said, I probably should have, like, I do this stuff off impulse. Like, I didn't even think about it until I clicked record, right? Because it doesn't just apply to the NBA. I feel like it doesn't just apply to the NBA, it should apply for all sports all around. If you're still around, and like I know that was a basketball term, but I'm just saying, even like if you in the NFL, let's say you're a very good backup running back, right? MLB, you're a good backup pitcher. You're still hitting you're still one of the hitters. You hit the ball good. You might be second to come out of the pit for outfield, shortstop, or first base. I don't know, whatever they do over there. You know what I'm saying? Hockey, if you're still around and you're still getting some goals from here and there, you're still playing good defense. Like, are you really a bust if you stuck around that long? This is my thing. Like, I understand where that concept will come because you were that high of a pick. You should have been doing more. You should have been averaging more. I understand that. But it doesn't always happen like that. You got to respect the fact that that man is still around making money and still doing what he do. Or woman, because even if this is like WNBA or whatever women's sports, even though people try not to give them, a lot of credit in these things, but still, even with them, right? If you're still sticking around, you're still contributing, right? Are you really a bust? I feel like if, let's say you were a lottery pick, right? Let's say you're a high lottery pick. I feel like somebody that should be considered a bust is one of those players that don't make it past their rookie contract, right? if they don't make it past that rookie contract and constantly getting bounced around by teams and not even being in that team's rotation while you're getting bounced around from team to team to team to team to team to team to team. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say like a third year player. I mean like a third pick. Let's say somebody was third pick, right? Let's say somebody was third pick. Within 2 years, they're on an overseas roster or they're down in the G League roster. That's something that can be brung up as like a bust, I feel like. I feel like somebody that's in like their third year, fourth year, and let's say you were like a third pick, right? Let's say the third pick was in his fourth, fifth, or sixth year, and he's maybe coming off the bench for somebody, but he's a great rotational player. He's great at his role or what he does, right? Is he really a bust because he's sticking around in the league and he's still giving his number and he's contributing to a team? And I know maybe that might come up, but I feel like it's neither here nor there if the team is winning or not. If he's still doing what he's supposed to do, he's still doing his job. Because at the end of the day, whether the team is doing, all right, because I'm going to put it like this, right? Before people say, oh, but if his team not doing good, let me say it like this. He would still be considered a bust, correct, if his team was doing good and he wasn't playing, right? So it has to be both ways then. It has to be the same way as if he was doing good and his team wasn't winning. Because you can't be like, oh, well, his team should be winning too. If everybody could win in leagues, everybody would be the champion at the end of the season. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody would be MVP. Everybody would be Rookie of the Year. Everybody would be six man. Y'all get where I'm going with this? Everybody would win everything if that was the case. But it's not, right? One winner. Sorry to be honest, but I must be brutally honest. It's only one winner, people. But yeah, that's what I mean. I mean like things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like even if somebody was number one pick, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's been number one picks before and they stuck around the league for a little bit and they did a little decent job. They wasn't the greatest, but they did stick around and we understand that. And also sometimes y'all consider people a bust because y'all comparing their careers to somebody else, and that's fine because that's what we do. When you're number one, you're number two, you're always going to be linked to each other forever. Y'all careers are always going to be linked to each other. To this day, people still bring up the Blazers going to get Sam Bowie and not Michael Jordan. To this day, it gets brung up. You know what I'm saying? It happens, man, and that's just what it is. Those type of things happen. Those type of drafts happen. That's going to be the same thing. Like right now, even they were even number one and number two. But you still see, because of that trade, Luka Doncic and Trae Young careers are constantly compared to each other now. Constantly compared. And Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green, y'all get ready for that. Because y'all are going to constantly be compared to each other. You know? Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball constantly now they're going, oh, who should have been first? Who should have went? Yada, yada. I guess the reason why like they really not fucking with Wiseman is the fact that the Warriors got their guard set. So maybe that's probably why they just leave Wiseman out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's just how I feel about the when you call somebody a bust, right? It is just, it's hard to say that. Also, let's bring up another thing too. Another point. Can we please stop calling somebody a bust that gets injured? If you got injured, that's something you cannot help. Somebody being injured, I feel like you cannot consider that person a bust. Because something that was out of their control. Like, you understand? Like, when you want to call somebody a bust, the reason why they're not playing good, you have to put it in consideration of shit that's kind of in their control. And the reason why I say kind of is because sometimes you might have just went to a team that never believed in you in the first place. Anthony Bennett, for instance. I don't know what the fuck the Cavaliers was thinking when they got him, because the kid wasn't even fucking playing when he wasn't even fucking playing his rookie year. And you got him number one and y'all barely played the dude. Play the dude. Let him play. Y'all don't know what y'all could have got from his ass. I still feel like Oladipo should have been number one in that draft. And yes, I said Oladipo, do not give me that Giannis shit because I'm going off of the draft night. I'm not going off of right now. Giannis was not that when he was drafted. I'm going off of right then and now. Right then and then. Not then and then. I'm going off of that fucking draft night. That's what I'm trying to say. Because y'all don't try and fucking correct me. Shut up and listen. Get some knowledge. But yeah, I feel like that, man. Also, that because that comes into play too. Sometimes you got like organizations that they really never believed in the player that they got, and you can tell because they never tried to work with them. You know? And I get it, you know, during the draft. I mean, doing the trade thing, as far as Bennett case, doing the trade thing when LeBron came to go get Kevin Love. I understand that part, but that's another thing too, man. Because the Timberwolves probably only really wanted Wiggins for real out of that whole batch. They didn't give a damn about who else came. They just really wanted Wiggins. So they had no plans for these other players. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like people like, even like a Markelle Fultz, right? That's somebody that I still root for to this day, Markelle Fultz. I love his game when he's there. That's somebody I still root for. And I feel like a lot of y'all get on Markelle Fultz a lot. And it's kind of unfair for somebody that's injured. It's different if he was playing every single game and was just fucking up. No, he's had triple-double games. His last game of his rookie season was a triple-double. I don't know, was it... What year was that? Was it well, not last season that just passed. Was it 2020, 2019? Whatever year that was. I can't remember what year it was. He had the triple-double against the Lakers. Y'all can look up the stats. Y'all find it. He had a triple-double against the Lakers too. Right? So what I'm saying is he showed that he can hoop in this league. He just can't stay healthy. Is that really a bust? That's all I'm asking y'all, man. I understand it's politics and y'all like to pick on who is easy to pick on, but when y'all talk that shit as saying somebody is a bust, really go into that, man. Really go into that. I don't understand how you can call somebody a bust that can't play. That's like Greg Oden. I understand you want to consider him a bust because the Blazers could have had Kevin Durant. But Greg Oden, I feel like coming out of there was what they thought they needed. A dominant big man, which was a good big man coming out of Ohio State. Right? So don't throw the knock on them too much. And there's some people that just get it right. And you know, because even with drafts, you can be wrong, you can be right. Because a lot of people didn't think the Thunder should have took Westbrook that early when they took Westbrook. Right? Look how that turned out. That's one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. Averaging triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always gonna be a hit or miss. But I'm just saying, sometimes think about it before y'all just run with what the narrative is. Cause that's what y'all like to do that a lot on the internet. Y'all run with other people's narrative and y'all don't get y'all own opinion on shit. All in all, what I'm saying is, I feel like when you say somebody's a bust, I feel like they're a player that was very hyped going into the draft, or very hyped coming out of the draft, and they were out of the league in moments. Just as fast as fame came, it was going just as fast. That's all I'm saying. Y'all let me know, man, what y'all think of NBA, not NBA, what y'all think of buses just in sports, period. What do y'all think? What do y'all consider a bus? Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. You might not like what's going on over here. Maybe when your people like what's going on over here, bring them over here, because I'm always here. It's MPB Shy, and I'm out.